A couple of weeks ago, our friend and carpenter Benoît had an accident on his table saw, cutting through 4 of his fingers on his left hand and exposing and breaking 2 of his bones. We launched a GoFundMe page so he could buy himself safer, more modern tools, and thanks to you guys, we were able to raise over 70,000 euros so far.
I got a lot of questions about Benoît, how he's doing recently since his accident, and after this extremely successful fundraiser. I must admit, I didn't have any news either. So knowing Benoît, I assumed he took the money and went to the tropics for a new life. But then this morning I got a call from Benoît and he said I have to come urgently because there's some exciting news. And now I took the wrong turn.
Tomorrow we have a German TV channel coming to film us here at the Chateau, and if I'm honest, the Chateau itself is looking a little bit bare since we haven't got any guests here. So I'm going to go and do some foraging and hopefully attempt to make some kind of wildflower arrangements for the Chateau.
And thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this vlog.
Hi, Ziggy Wigs! This is some beautiful lilac that we have growing behind our coach house. It was already here, so it was a bit of a happy discovery when it started to bloom the first year when we first moved here. But unfortunately, it's completely overgrown with brambles, so at one point we will have to free it up. But for now, I'm just happy to have some beautiful lilac to put into some flower arrangements. I love springtime here at the Chateau, and that's because I'm always able to find loads of beautiful flowers that are blooming in the garden. These are snowballs. They're not quite ready yet, they're still a little bit green. Normally they're much bigger and very white, but I think they'll look really pretty in an arrangement, so I'm going to take a few of these. This is absolutely my favourite tree in our whole garden. It's our Judas tree, and every May it comes into this beautiful, vibrant purple colour, and it just brings the whole garden to life, and I absolutely love it. And we saw a lot of these trees in the south of France actually, and I think I've tried to persuade Philip, although we've planted a lot of trees this year, for next year I would love to add at least another one of these trees somewhere else in the garden, because it brings me so much joy when I see it come back to life, and it looks also really beautiful if I cut a few branches and pop them in a vase. It's going to look stunning.
I don't know what's going on. I tried to enter to Benoît's workshop and there's a huge lorry unloading stuff. Ah bah qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Comment tu vas, mon filou? Bah, j'ai l'heureuse et bonne nouvelle de vous apprendre que les nouvelles machines arrivent.
Ah bah je pensais que tu étais parti dans les tropiques.
Non,
Tu t'es échappé? Non, parce que tu t'as plus rien dit.
J'ai mes nouveaux jouets qui arrivent et là c'est que du bonheur.
Oh,
Tout le monde en partage, tout le monde en profite surtout. Donc voilà mon filou.
Et regarde, oh c'est mignon ça.
T'as vu?
C'est Pippi Langstrumpf.
Moi Ouais, j'ai mis de la couleur aujourd'hui, c'est festif.
Dans le magasin, ils n'avaient pas tous dans la même couleur?
Non, c'est comme ça, c'est artificiel, c'est arc-en-ciel, c'est... Regarde, puis ça va bien avec mon teint.
Oui, c'est très bien.
C'est joli.
C'était vrai.
C'est marrant, on dirait que c'est un boulot qu'on pourrait faire avec une seule main.
Ouais.
Look who's here. Hello. How are you doing? Nice to see you. How are you doing? Mais Benoît, est-ce que c'est raisonnable à ton âge d'acheter des machines neuves? Dans le sens qui dure peut-être même 20 ans, 30 ans.
Alors toi, tu cherches déjà les embrouilles. T'es désavoué parce que de toute façon, la retraite à 64, c'est pas pour moi.
Ah mais non, sinon tu seras déjà en retraite depuis longtemps.
Donc là, je vais vous présenter quand même mon binôme, Vincent, qui est maintenant va travailler avec nous. Donc je ne serai plus tout seul, ça va être ma main gauche. Donc vous aurez l'habitude de voir Vincent avec nous en permanence, puisqu'on travaille ensemble maintenant ici.
Oh,
donc, voilà.
super.
Donc, un peu de jeunesse. Ouais. J'ai appris. Ça c'est emmerdant ça.
Oui. Celui-là. Il faut être deux, tu vois.
D'accord. Voilà pourquoi je l'ai embauché.
Comment ça va changer ton quotidien?
Ah, mon quotidien, déjà travailler dans la sécurité. C'est surtout ça, c'est la chose, je dirais, la plus importante aujourd'hui. Donc grâce à ça, on va pouvoir avancer, j'espère, davantage. Et en plus, avec Vincent supplémentaire, ça peut être que du bonheur.
C'est super.
Ouais, c'est super.
Autant que tu as trouvé quelqu'un qui est prêt à travailler avec toi, parce que c'était pas gagné.
Moi, j'ai un petit message personnel quand même. Tout ce qui se passe aujourd'hui, qui est fantastique, c'est quand même grâce à 4 personnes. Alors ça m'embête de le dire, mais il y a toi, il y a Anna, là ça m'embête plus là. Donc Anna, Daphné, Yann, tout ça c'est grâce à vous. Et ce que j'aimerais bien, donc là pour toutes les personnes qui ont fait un don, anonyme ou pas, s'ils le désirent, j'espère qu'ils vont le vouloir, c'est de faire une photo signée. Je ne demande pas de marquer la somme, ça ne me regarde pas, je ne veux pas le savoir, mais je voudrais avoir une photo de toutes ces personnes qui ont fait un don, parce qu'il faut savoir que cet atelier ne m'appartient, mais quelque part ils ont une part d'eux-mêmes qui est présent. Et grâce à eux, là je suis en train de rêver, là c'est un rêve, là vous m'offrez un bac à jouer. Un bac à jouer, je suis un gosse là. Donc je voudrais vous le rendre d'une manière ou d'une autre et je voudrais que vous sachiez que cet atelier, il y a une part de vous-même. J'ai compris l'amour que vous avez pour moi, donc pas besoin d'en rajouter. Mais et vous envoyez tout ça à l'adresse, dans la boîte mail qui va s'afficher là. Toujours au-dessus du jaune, hein, pas au-dessus des autres. Hein.
You might remember last week I couldn't finish the door installation, not because I made 150,000 mistakes, but because 2 pieces were missing. I called an Italian company and they sent me the replacement pieces. And less than a week later, they are here. That's great when you order things from Italy, they come fast, perfectly organized. Good. Okay, it's not the same color, but I hope it's doing the same job. Oh no, come on. Oh, the screws are missing. It's so annoying, I can't believe it. It's always the same when you order in Italy, something is missing. Before I can connect the doorbell outside of the gates, I need to connect this cable here to my router, or as the Americans say, router, because our doorbell is a super high-tech gadget and it's connected to the international interwebs. The only problem being this cable here has a color code which is different from the standard Ethernet cable color code, and this is because I bought the wrong cable. Now, it's a long story and it's absolutely not my fault, but I don't tell you the story because you wouldn't believe me anyway. But it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. I bought this. This is a kit to connect Ethernet cables. I chose red because it's the color of blood. It doesn't come with instructions. Not my fault. Not my fault. I know that our doorbell only needs cable 1, 3 and 6. And that's good because this weird French cable has different colors, but 4 of the strings have the same color. Which doesn't make any sense, does it? I don't know why they made it the same color. I'm gonna cut all these blue cables. They are useless anyway, so I'm cutting them off. Oh, if these cables are too thick, I can't get them in. That would be super annoying. That's so annoying, really. There are those days where nothing works out as planned, and it's frustrating. And in my experience, the only thing that helps to overcome such a defeat is to do something that works out fine, to have some sort of success. I'm happy to say that we have a sponsor called Squarespace, an online platform to build a beautiful web presence, which is exactly known for that. It simply works. And it works well for everybody, whether you want to set up an online shop, a homepage for your physical business, or just want to announce an event. And you don't need any programming skills because you can start with professionally designed templates, which you only have to adapt to your project if needed and fill with your own words and perhaps images. They even allow you to create a membership system where you can give selective access to sell online courses, for example. So if you would like to see how easy this is by yourself, I highly suggest head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/howtobenoit.chateau to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Anna?
Yeah.
The plan was for you to go to Disneyland with the girls.
That was meant to be Ella's birthday present, wasn't it, Ella?
Ella, why were you not in Disneyland? What happened?
Why are we not going?
Because we had
You had a little accident at the trampoline park.
Can you explain what happened?
no.
No?
No.
She hurt herself at the trampoline park, and Lily too. So Ella has a little cartilage break, and she's going to be in a cast for about 6 weeks. And Lily sprained her ankle, so it was a big success.
And who's here?
Omar, here we are.
Hello.
The good news. What are the good news?
The
The good news is that Oma is here.
Yeah.
The best news.
That's the best news, yes.
But there's one thing I can do today, and that is work a little bit on the potager on my vegetable garden. Do you want to come and see? We've been shopping, plant shopping.
Should I be scared?
No. I hope you're going to be happy.
I can see lobelia. Is that lobelia? Yeah, that's lobelia.
Yeah.
And
So we were going vegetable plant shopping, and we got a bit excited, didn't we, Hildegard?
beautiful. Really nice.
Das
I love
for
vegetable.
hier.
For the well, yeah.
What are these? Oh, they're nice as well. They're really nice.
I don't know what they're called, but I remember seeing them in the village somewhere and thinking they're beautiful.
They're beautiful. They are beautiful.
So I just bought them without a plan.
But not many. You didn't buy many of these.
Well, we can go back. I just knew that if I bought stuff, you'd be like, what are you going to do with it?
Yes. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I'm a spontaneous gardener, let's
That's
say.
good.
These are the ones that we saw in the garden in the south of France. Do you remember? And we said, and I took a picture of them, and we said they were really pretty.
They're really pretty around trees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I got some cherry tomatoes. We got some
Brilliant.
persil.
Wow, fantastic.
So you're not telling me off
I'm not at all.
for my shopping
I
spree.
really like them. Good choice, good choice.
Do some planting.
Off camera though,
Yeah.
I will tell you what I really think about these plants. You have a job for me.
Yes. I know how much you love painting, so come on, I've got a job.
Are you sure about this?
Well, when you see what it is, then you'll understand why I think it's safe for you to paint. So I've done you a favour, I've already primed it.
What is
Can
that?
you guess what it is?
Oh yes, I remember. That's the kitchen thing that goes on top of the sink underneath the cupboard.
Yes,
And then I can install the lights as well.
exactly. So I primed it and never got round to finishing it. So it just needs a top coat of paint. And as it's going to be hidden underneath the cupboards, I think it's safe for you to go ahead and do it.
Thank you for your trust in my skills. But essential question, what paint should I use and what tool, what brush or roller? Or...
I'm going to show you.
I think by the time you're explaining me how to do this, you could have done it yourself.
All right, well then I'll leave you to it. Here you go.
No, that was not what I meant.
Here we go.
These are tiny, it will take me forever.
It's a tiny piece of wood you have to paint, so it's all right.
Okay. And if I don't do this now, and I will blame me for this. Look at this. What is that? Look, it's full of paint things here. No?
I think you're confident, Philip, you can manage.
I'm absolutely confident.
But one thing is, you've got to go and get changed. You're not allowed to do it in those clothes.
I'm not gonna, it's just so little. I'm not gonna put paint on my clothes. It will never start. If I get changed now, I just...
Don't let him get any paint on you, okay?
It looks like creme caramel. Why don't they come pre-mixed?
They are pre-mixed, but then they need to be mixed up again.
I'm sure there's some chemicals that would prevent us from having to do this.
I think there's already enough chemicals.
There's never enough chemicals. Okay. Can I give this to Ziggy to lick it?
No.
Now, you need to put this...
No. What are you doing?
Yeah, and then you do this.
No, pour some paint into your tray. You're going to get it everywhere. Oh my God.
Why would you do that? This is so quick. Look, it's a perfect finish already. And all the things that are not perfect, like here, it's not my fault. This is because whoever primed it.
There should be a saying, a good workman never blames the other workman. But I don't think that's true.
I haven't had any workman here who didn't blame all the other workmen who worked before him.
Mostly it's Benoît complaining about you.
Maybe.
Nice.
I think, so. You see, I totally don't need this.
That's because it's good quality paint.
And now we put some epoxy on it. We're watching so many sailing vlogs that whenever I see this, I think, now I need to put a layer of epoxy on it.
Yeah.
I'd like to fiberglass something. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Ooh. I think I'm finished in like 40 seconds, and it took me about 2 minutes in total.
And I did all the painting, priming, sanding beforehand.
I just realized all this painting you did. It's easy. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy that I don't know why it's taken us so long to actually get round to doing this job.
How long will it take to dry?
I think you need to give it a few hours.
Wow, that was so fast. I thought that this is gonna do this week's vlog, and now it turns out it took me only, 2 minutes?
Yeah. And so far you didn't get any paint on you.
No.
So well done.
So I'm gonna close this. I have some paint on my hand. I should have used gloves, but do painters use gloves?
Yes, if they're using oil-based paint.
I can't put it on my... Look here.
All right, well, I'm going to go and crack on with the rest of the painting downstairs. Maybe you can help me.
No, I need to watch paint dry, and then I continue installing this.
Maybe you should have actually installed these first and then painted them.
Yes, why didn't we do that?
I don't know.
Okay, I had one of these days where nothing works, and a lot of things happened, bad things happened, like In the morning I dropped the camera and the lens, which I'm using now, broke almost in two parts. I somehow managed to bend it back, screw it back together, and I hope you can see me. I hope there's any major problems. It's an expensive lens. So that was the beginning of my day. Then I started a lot of jobs which I filmed and which should have become today's vlog, but then for some reason it didn't work because there was a part missing or something else. But after last week's video with the gates, I didn't want it to expose you to another video with plenty of fails. So that happens and it's okay, and I will get over it. But I hope that there's at least one single thing that works today, and that would be these things, to put them underneath the kitchen. And if I can install the lights and if I can switch them on, then that would be the little success that would help me get over the rest of this unpleasant day. So wish me luck. These lights are quite cheap and not nice looking, but first of all they are underneath this cupboard and nobody's going to see them apart from children, and children have no taste anyway. And second, I can change them at any time. I just haven't found anything better. Should I film myself now doing 3 times the same thing? I'm not going to do that. Even though it would be a cheap way of filling this vlog with content. It's hard to explain. People complain when we are not doing interesting things, but is your life always interesting? I don't imagine that anybody's life is always interesting. I mean, maybe if you're, I don't know, a pop star or something. But of course, there's something interesting happening every week, but it doesn't always happen when the camera is ready and when you have a mic on. Sometimes super interesting things happen off camera and you can't just reproduce these things. So that's the pressure of somebody on YouTube. Being interesting for 15-20 minutes every week. And it's a problem because we know that you are investing at least your time. Maybe you're a patron and you're supporting us, or you don't fast forward the advertising, or in some way we owe you for watching these vlogs, because we wouldn't do this if there wasn't you watching us. And there are days like today where this feels like a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure. I'm not complaining here, I'm just thinking out loud. Last one in.
You look good with your glasses though.
Do I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Quite sexy when you do DIY.
Thank you. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
One, 2, 3. Nothing happens. That's exactly what I wanted.
Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh.
I found Smart Switch from the Mirror skill, and you can control it by saying, turn off Smart Switch.
Turn on Smart Switch. Alexa, turn on Smart Switch.
Smart Switch isn't responding. Please check its network connection and power supply.
Alexa, why are you so stupid?
I'm always interested to hear how I can improve. Try saying, I have feedback.
I have feedback. It doesn't work. Okay, anyways.
More importantly,
Look.
ooh, it's working!
And look. Now, the magic.
Ooh.
And, again.
Wow.
Oh,
High five! Well done, Philip.
one success after a horrible day.
But Philip, are you the only one that can control the lights with your phone?
Oops.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. And for more of us, check out the extra content on our Patreon page, where you can become a member starting for as little as €5 a month.